Hi, welcome back to our channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of update about uh, our new pen that we've been building. And I told you guys that we're going to use tarpaulin to roof the top of it. So if you can stay to the end of this video, you will see the finished product of it. Or I'll probably say it's about 98% finished now. You just have to put in the drinkers, which we already have. And there's one thing that I'll be doing here in a little bit in the next video. I want to give people some like how they can succeed in their business. Some ideas about it. And then one thing that I have noticed is that the basic requirement of a successful business is to focus, and that's one thing that I have realized. If you can focus on whatever you are doing, you're always going to be successful in it. Because there's too many distractions. People get distracted easily. Like this thing, the one I tried to build, I took my time, went around, pay attention to what other people have already done in Ghana or outside Ghana, and I focus on what will bring me like to a point that I don't have to spend too much money to finish this thing. And I realized that the roofing sheet was my problem, because anytime we do these things, we spend a lot of money on that roofing sheet alone. So I focus on reducing my cost, and I found it. So if you can focus, and then you can increase your income, you can increase your income and productivity less than most people do. If a lot of people takes about 2 years to increase their productivity, if you can focus and stay on whatever you are doing, you can reduce that to about 6 months and increase your productivity in whatever you are doing. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some things that people can do to improve their business, not just in farming, like whatever business you are doing, trust me, it will work. I've gone through these things, these seminars and training those things before, and I learned a lot of those things by myself. So as you guys can see over here on this screen, is the building that I decided to do. This one is 30 by 150. It's a really, really big one. So we started by doing a little portion of it, as I said in the previous video, to test it out to see if it will hold. And yes, it did hold. And I saved a whole lot of money on this particular building, which is way bigger. It's almost about three times bigger than the first one that we built. And I spent less money on this one than the very, very first one. Because I decided to focus on the things that were making me spend a lot of money, so that I can reduce them. So this thing, like the wood, the pillars and those things, once I realized that, okay, the roofing sheet was what was costing me a lot of money, then I also think about what was the next thing. It was the pillars. If you use metal pillars and those things, they also cost you a lot of money. So we use the wood that we cut in the forest to build the pillars. As you can see, here's one of them. And this whole thing we have gradually done. It's complete. It's complete now, and it's been raining. It's been windy. It's been whatever comes, and it's still holding. So whatever you want to do in this life, just focus. Really, really think. About all the possible outcomes, how you can save money, and how you can make it to last longer. If you can see in this video, the pillars, the one that we use, the wooden pillars, we didn't just put them down. No, we put plastic things down there. We treated the wood down there with anything that we can put down there to treat them. Then we put concrete cement with a lot of cement in there, down there, and I ran it all the way to the top, to some point that termites cannot go into it, because termites usually stay low on the ground. They will eat it from the bottom all the way up. But since there's cement covering it all the way to about halfway of it, it will be difficult for them to get up there to cause any harm. So that up there is the tarpaulin and the roofing thing that we put on there. And the thing that you see on the screen is the bamboo. The bamboo, in the last minute, At the end of the video, you see what we use some of these bamboos to do. We use them for the gate to go into the pen, this particular one. So this pen is going to be, I would say, my last one in a very, very, very long time. We're probably not going to build any more thing on here for a very, very long time. Yeah, so this is the compound where the farm is. That's what you guys are seeing right now. But getting back to saving money on these buildings, once we're going to get in there here in a little bit. The doors that we use for the pig pen, in the very first one that we built, we use metals to make the gates so that the pigs cannot get out. We use metals throughout. But in this one, what we did is we use wood to make the frame. And then we use wire mesh, the strong ones, to put on the inside where the pigs will be so that they can't get out. The reason why we put it on the inside is that the pigs cannot eat those doors. They cannot eat the wooden thing through the metal things. And the very first one that we did to test it out, it hold and it worked fine. See, so here's one of them. So the mesh is out, it's inside of it. Here's another one, it's inside of it. So when they are in there, there's no way that they are going to be able to eat the metal from inside there. And we have a lot of wooden support in there so that it will not sink down. The building, the structure will not sink down. So we took our time. We went through this thing, to find all the possible outcomes. Then we selected the best one out of it to do. So if you can focus on whatever you are doing, take time, go through them, go through all the possible outcomes of it. Then because it's a business, you find out whichever way is going to save you a whole lot of money. And also whichever way that will make your building last very, very long. There's always a way. And if you do that, you will find it. This pen over here has a whole lot of has a lot of pens in it, divisions in it. So this one over here is going to help us so that we can spread our pigs out. Because right now we have a whole lot of them in particular ones. And so they are getting crowded. So by the end of this week, we're going to be separating them all. We just have to put in their nipple drinkers and stuff on, and then expand the gutters that their waste materials will go through them. See, as you can see from here, it's really, really long. It goes all the way over there. Like, I don't even know. Sometimes when you're trying to walk the whole thing, that's like when you're over there, you're trying to walk the whole thing from one side to the other side. That's when you realize that, oh, this is big. So something big like that, if you don't pay attention to the materials that you're going to use, by the time you get done, you spend a whole lot of money on it. Because we spent close to about $8,000 on the very first one. Or yeah, I think more than $8,000, a little bit more. But we have spent less on this bigger one than that one. So this is what I would just encourage people to do. You can go around to other people's farms, see what they have done, and improve them. Or if you think they overdid it, don't copy it, because you don't know their budget. But you know your budget, what you can do, like what you have in your pocket and in your bank account. So if you're going to copy somebody, make sure you get the good thing out of it that will fit your budget. Yeah, so like over here, these ones are the bigger ones up here. So over in the bigger ones, what we're going to do is the pigs that we're trying to get rid of, like we're trying to sell, we put them in the bigger one all together so that we can feed them and then get them to the market. And the smaller ones that are on the bottom, on the other side, we're going to use those ones for the female pigs. We put them in one by one. Maximum we put 2 in there, so that they can we can breed them, so that they can give us piglets. So what I'm doing is the business plan that I described in my previous videos. That's what I'm going after. So get at least about 50 to about 60 pigs to start with, female pigs to start with. Put them in, then every month I'll make sure that at least 4 of them give us piglets. So throughout the whole year, we will have at least about 20 to about 30 pigs to sell every month. So that's exactly what I'm going for. And we already do have all those pigs over there. So our female pigs, we have more than 50, and the 50 grown ones. We still have a lot of piglets over there, more than about 50 piglets. We also have the male pigs. We have more than 60 plus over there, and we're going to send some of them to the market soon. And I people ask me if there is market for these pigs. I have people who want to order some of these, but sometimes I kind of hold off on them so that I can set up this business plan really, really well. Coming back to the focus thing, you have to focus and know what you are doing, and go after that thing, so that you can do it and do it right and cut down your cost, and also cut down the time that it takes you to start gaining money from your business, because we have lost a lot of time for the past years. But now that I'm here, I have to make sure that we don't lose any more time. I want to reduce the time we take to be productive. That's my thing right now, so that we can increase the income coming into the business instead of the income going out buying stuff. So as you can see over here, this is the tarpaulin, and this is the finished product that we have. It's all finished and done, and it's very, very strong. And those tarpaulin things that we bought, I'll probably say if we're going to buy the roofing sheet, if we're going to spend, let's say if you're going to spend about 100% on the roofing sheet, we spend about 10% of that to do the tarpaulin thing. So we save about 90% on just that one alone, and it's been holding for so many months now. The very first one that we did has been holding, and the second one, the continuation that we did too, is holding because it's rain, it's become windy, and it's still going. So if anybody wants to know exactly how we did this, where we bought all those tarpaulin things from and who did it, just let me know. I will direct you to those people so that they can help you too. Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe. And the next video is going to be about how you can build a successful business. Thank you.